Ძვირფასო კოლეგებო, მოგესალმებით. იმედია, ჩემი ხმა ისმის, თუ არ შეგაწუხებთ რამდენიმე კომენტარს სიამოვნებით დავინახავდი, რომ ჩემი ხმა ისმის. დღევანდელი ჩვენი ვებინარი შეეხება მალდივების მიმართულებას. ეს შედარებით ახალი პროდუქტია ჩვენთვის ყოველთვის სისტემაში. სულ ახლახანს ამოგვინათ და როგორც ტურს აგზური, მანამდე ჩვენ ვყიდით მას როგორც სახმელეთო ნაწილს, ანუ ვყიდით სასტუმროებს და მასთან შესაბამის ტრანსფერებს. მადლობთ. თამარ, ჩვენ ვყიდით მოკლედ სასტუმროებს და ტრანსფერებს და ეხლა უკვე დაგვემატა შედგენილი ტურპაკეტები. თქვენ იცით, რომ GDS ბილეთებს ვამატებთ და ჩვენ სახმელეთო ნაწილს და ეს პრინციპში გამონაკლისები არ ვართ და ერთადერთი გზა არის მალდივების მიმართულების გაყიდვის, იმიტომ რომ ბლოკ სკამებს ამ მიმართულებაზე ბუნებრივია, რომ ვერავინ ვერ აიღებს ერთ-ერთი ქართული თუ საერთაშორისო ტუროპერატორი საქართველოსთან გამომდინარე, თქვათ, მასშტაბიდან. ამ მიმართულებაზე მოთხოვნის, თუმცა GDS მიმართულებაზეც განსხვავდება ხოლმე მოქნილობა ტუროპერატორების შეთავაზების და ამ მოქნილობაზე მინდა რომ ერთი-ორი სიტყვით გითხრათ, რომ ჩვენ GDS პაკეტში გამოტანილი გვაქვს პრინციპში ყველა ალტერნატივა ავიაკომპანიის, რომელიც შეიძლება თქვენ წარმოიდგინოთ. ეს არის ყატარის ავიახაზები, ეს არის თურქიში, ეს არის Fly Dubai, რა თქმა უნდა, ეს არის Air Arabia, ანუ ყველა ის ავიაკომპანია, რომელიც თბილისიდან მეტნაკლებად მისაღები გადაჯდომის დროებით და კარგი ფასებით ვამახსოვრებს თავს, პრინციპში ყველა ეს ავიაკომპანია ჩვენთან არის მოცემული. ამიტომ ნებისმიერ თარიღზე, თქვენთვის დასურველი ღამეების რაოდენობით, მოკლედ მალე ეს მიმართულებით შეგიძლიათ არჩიოთ ბილეთი და შესაბამისი სასტუმრო თქვენი მომხმარებლის მოთხოვნის. ასევე ვიცით, რომ მალდივებზე არც ერთი საგზური და მათ შორის არც ერთი მხოლოდ სასტუმროს შეთავაზებაც არ იყიდება ტრანსფერის გარეშე, იმიტომ რომ ბუნებრივია, რომ ჩვენ ვერ გავყიდით ვერცერთ სასტუმროს თუ იქამდე მისაღწევი გზა არ დავჭავშნათ, იმიტომ რომ სპეციფიური არის მალდივები, გადაფრენით, წყლის ტრანსპორტით, სახმელეთო ტრანსპორტით, დიდი კომბინაციებია, ბევრი კომბინაციებია და გვჭირდება აუცილებლად, რომ ისიც გქონდეს წინასწარ დაჯავშნილი. დღევანდელ ჩვენს ვებინარზე Resort Life მალდივების ჩვენი დამხვედრი კომპანიის წარმომადგენელი ირინა ჩერნევსკაია ისაუბრებს მიმართულებაზე, თავის კომპანიაზე, იმაზე თუ რას უნდა მიაქციოთ ყურადღება და თქვენ თუ გექნებათ კითხვები და დარწმუნებული ვარ, რომ გექნებათ, გთხოვთ არ მოგერიდოთ, დასვით ონლაინ რეჟიმში და ჩვენს qisierat ვუპასუხებთ მას. Irina, I'm delighted to have the chance to introduce you to our Georgian partner agencies to present your company Maldives as the destination in general during this webinar. Thank you once again for joining us. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, dear colleagues. Hello, everyone. My name is Irina Chernyaska. I'm head of marketing and reservation Resort Life. And today we will discuss a little bit about Maldives. So I hope you will get some new knowledge as well. And later on, we can reply on all your questions if you have any. So in the beginning, let's start from Resort Life, who we are. So we are DMC, who is meeting all your guests in the airport in the Mali as well. And we are whom our partner, KOMPAS, is making bookings. So beside that, we have really nice rates and exclusive SPO offers, which we always provide to our partner, KOMPAS. We also have a multinational team of professionals. We have our own hotline, which is available 24/7. It's very, very useful also for the guests, because in case if something happened, maybe they have like any stopovers or they missed their flight or any emergency things, they can also text us, because this is available in Viber, in WhatsApp as well. So any main social media platform is available. They can also text us that we are the guests like this and this, we have a booking to this resort and we missed our flight, so we will come by this flight or something like this. We also got the information from the KOMPAS as well when you notify your partner, but it never be like useless if it will be from the both sides as well. So we have such kind of options. And beside that, we also have representatives in Mali airport and our own desk E8. So it just in case if in the airport, in the terminal, once guests landed, they are greeted by a resort and also by us as a DMC. So we are always with our table, Resort Life, and also hoteliers also meeting the guests. But in any case, if they are missed or they didn't see the hotel, they didn't see our table, everything can be because long flight, you know, so guests a little bit tired. They can also come directly to our desk E8, and they will be also representative who will escort them to any desk they need regarding the hotel. We also have a new terminal now in Mali, but I will tell you later about new terminal, so we will have some more information about that as well. Let's start from the beginning of the Maldives. So I will give you some general information, and again, if you will have any questions, we can reply now or we can reply later. Most of the questions might be replying in the next slides as well. So regarding climate in the Maldives, normally, like previously, we were talking about rainy season and dry season. So most of the time, rainy season was summertime. But now, due to changes in the climate, everything really changed a lot. So there is no like specific climate season, I would say. So we cannot say that from May till October this is rainy season 100%. No, we cannot. But in contract rates, we still see this difference. So normally from May till October, till end of October, there is like a low season for the Maldives. So the rates, of course, double less. If we are saying about November, April, this is normally high season. And of course, the rates is also higher, sometimes double higher. So it's possible. But in terms of changes in weather, like stormy, rainy, and so on, really due to these climate changes, it's also changed a lot, and you cannot predict. And of course, you as an agency, you cannot confirm. We cannot guarantee that once your guests will come in 1 month, weather will be very nice and sunny and so on. We hope in this, but we cannot guarantee. Nobody cannot guarantee, and this is really something that has changed a lot during like last 2 years, I would say. Entry requirements for Maldives, it's actually very simple and very easy. You don't need anything like visa or something. There is a stamp. Once you will arrive, there is a stamp in the passport, and in this stamp you can see 30 days entry visa, I would say, but again, it's not a visa, it's just a stamp. Also, you will need a voucher, you will need return tickets, you will need insurance. So this is like basic things, basic package. And of course, you will need some cash, or you will have a credit card. This doesn't matter. So they normally do not ask in immigration control and passport control. They normally do not ask some specific money, some amount of money. They do not ask. And what they might ask, this is IMUGA. IMUGA, we apply every time once we are flying to the Maldives. So upon arrival, everybody should have this IMUGA. This IMUGA, it's a kind of insurance, travel insurance, we call travel declaration, I would say. So every guest should have it on each of them, like personal IMUGA. But it's very simple, it's very easy. If you ever apply this IMUGA, you know, because it's very, very, just like 2 minutes or something like this. It's just passport, photos, and some details about your upcoming arrival visit. Also, we accept only USD, so the currency is USD, and dollars should be not older than 2009. So what does it mean, 2009? It means 2009, 2010, 2011, and so on. So only this USD is applying in the Maldives, because this is a strict from Bank of Maldives. So it's not something that we decided or resort decided. No, this is a specific rule which is applying by Bank of Maldives. If you have dollars which is printed like 2008, 2007, the resort is not able to take it, because later on they don't know where to exchange it, as Bank of Maldives again doesn't accept this kind of USD. So only like fresh USD, let's say, possible to take with you, or card again. So you can pay by card, it's not an issue. Alcohol. Overall, in the Maldives at resort, we have alcohol, but we will talk about it later in the next slide. It's only regarding taking with you. So you cannot bring alcohol with you in the like duty free or just to put it in the luggage and so on. So it's actually forbidden. And what will happen if you take it with you? Once you will arrive, your luggage will be put it by red label. So there is a lot of red label marks, let's say, on your luggage. And this red label means extra checking, so extra checkup of your luggage, let's say. So the immigration control ask you and customer control, they ask you to open the luggage and to check one more time what is exactly actually because it was founded by scanner, something was founded, and they will ask you to show what is exactly. It can be also, you know, some glass bottle of something. It, for example, I don't know, you can take some cosmetic in a special glass bottle. They can also ask because they see that something in glass, and it might be also detected like some alcohol or something like this. So they might also ask you to show your luggage, and if there is nothing found, they will just let you go. But if they found alcohol, what they do, they give you some receipt where it will be mentioned like what kind of alcohol, I don't know, liters or whatever, and your name, surname, and so on. So once you will go back from your vacation, you will come to this customer service, you will give this receipt, and you will return your alcohol. So you will put it in the luggage and you will bring it to the home bag. It's also possible, it's not something that it will be taken and never given you back. No, so they will give you back. You just need to receive to save this receipt from the customer control. Where is this customer control service founded? They are actually in once you will come to the airport, and before you go to the desks for check-in, you will see, so it's like just in front of the desk one, there is a customer service, small window. So you will come to there, you will show your receipt, and you will get back all your belongings. Next, airport meet and greet. So as I said, we will have our own representative, and also in each resort, they also have their own representative with the list of tourists which they have to meet today and so on different flights. Everybody have this list, and most of resorts also have their own desks. So it's also possible. Some resorts, no, they don't have, but they have representative anywhere in the Maldives. And for what I like Maldives, that you really never be lost. Even if you don't know where to go, you can show to anybody your voucher, for example. You can show that, okay, this is my hotel, I don't know where is it, and everybody will help you, because this is how they treat the guests, this is how they always help and always support. And beside that, of course, airport, if we are talking about old terminal, which was used before, this is very, very small. If we are talking about new terminal, yes, it's quite big, but again, not so many flights also there. So most of the flights still come into the old terminal, and for new terminal, anywhere, we also have hotel representatives which meet the guests with a table of the resort, and we also meet the guests with our table resort life and so on. So nobody will be lost, I can guarantee you, because it's not possible. In the Maldives, it's not possible. So also SIM cards and Wi-Fi. This is something, you know, some specific question. So for example, if guests need just to use their Wi-Fi in the hotel, just for social media and for something, most of resorts have really nice Wi-Fi and have a good connection. Just maybe if we are talking about some budget hotels, like 4-star, 3-star, something like this, they might have like slow connection. It could be, and they might have Wi-Fi in general area, like room, restaurant, lobby, something like this. So not like throughout the whole area. But even in some good resorts, like high-level resorts, might be also not a very good Wi-Fi, for example, at the beach side. Because at the beach, yes, the signal might be lost. It's possible. But overall, in 80% resorts, I would say their Wi-Fi is really nice. Even you can watch the video from the computer and so on. So it's really good. But if your guests need to be in touch, like for work or something like this, some conference, whatever, they need to be always in touch, I would recommend to buy SIM card. It's possible to buy in the airport. The cost is $50 per 100 gigabyte. So guests will definitely have a really nice connection everywhere, even in seaplane or domestic. It also sometimes have a signal. So they will be every time on the they will have connection, and if they need it for work, so have no issues even with Wi-Fi or something, they can use the internet, mobile internet, for this SIM card. Just in this case. For the rest things, I would say that hotel Wi-Fi, again, it's really nice and no need to worry. All social media is working and it's fine. And extra supplement, which supplement might be in the Maldives. It's only New Year or Christmas, but it's also part of a package, tour package, so it's already calculated. But sometimes, I just want to tell you, not right now, because right now we all have we have, like, for all hotels, we had New Year and Christmas dinner. If it's applied, it's also applied in the system. But when we are talking, for example, about May, when the contract is just about to issue and so on, sometimes you might see the rates without Christmas and or without New Year dinner, and they might be added in summertime, for example. So in summertime, we will get the information about cost of dinner, and they might be added also in the package, and we will inform, like, you have to add this dinner and so on. So just to inform your clients, not about now, because now it's already November, so of course all dinners is already uploaded. But for the future, if you book like in advance, it might be happen. So you just need to inform your guests that some dinners, like gala dinner, especially New Year, because Christmas from some resort it might be optional. But regarding New Year, of course, it's not optional, it's compulsory, because there is no other way to have a New Year in the Maldives. When you are in the Maldives at resort, there is no other place, no other restaurants, then you can go out and to have some New Year dinner or something. So they organized it specifically for all guests, and of course, it will be compulsory for all guests. So once we are talking about the Maldives, there is like two main accommodation. It's the first, this is guest house, the second is resort. And let's talk about them separately. So once we are meaning guest house, what does it mean actually, guest house? This is a hotel which based in the local island. For example, at this picture, we will see Maafushi, local island. This is quite famous, I would say, local island, because there is a lot of resorts. There is also having some kind of entertainment, some kind of disco possible, but again, not the disco which we get used to understand, because this is like alcohol free, and everything is without alcohol. So this is the main things, because local island is where people live. So this is like local people live. There is schools, there is hospital, there is a lot of things, and people live there and work there and so on. So they are Muslim, and of course, because of that, alcohol is strictly forbidden. So when we are talking about local islands, where these guest houses located, we are already understand that, okay, this is local island, there is no alcohol, this is Muslim, because why it's important, some of local islands doesn't have bikini beach. When we go in this bikini and we can swim and we can have a sun bath and so on. So it might be also an issue, and need to understand and to check before we send to specific guest house, because guest house is very cheap accommodation. And most of the guests see these rates, they see this price, like $1,000, I would say, for 7 nights. They say, oh, wow, this is Maldives. This is different Maldives. It's not bad, I would say, but it's a bit different, and need to explain them, because later on the expectations might be, like on the less, because they expect something nice, they expect these beaches amazing, and this water and everything, and privacy. There is no privacy, because this is like a standard hotels. They can be 4 floors, 6 floor, 9 floor, and they are located closer to each other. So even in this picture, you can see that there is some reconstruction. It can be some reconstruction, and you cannot complain on noise or something, because the other things, it's not belonging to this hotel exactly. So it's belonging to different partners, and no one can be responsible on some other reconstruction and whatever. And if something happened to the beach, also nobody will be responsible, because beach is public. It's not belongs to specific hotel. Some guest houses, which is like chain guest house, I would say, like Kani, for example, Kani hotels, they have their beach. I would say that kind of private, but again, it's just because they did it like this. You know, they try to separate and to make it like specifically for their guests. But if we will be honest, it's not possible, because all beach is public, and if guests want to come there, they can come there. Still, they cannot do anything. So everybody can come and stay and lay there because they live there, and according to the law, they cannot do anything. But if your guests, for example, want to have more excursion, they want to dive more, they want to snorkel more, they want to do like free diving, surfing, whatever. So if they are really like keen into some excursions, maybe it will be also a good option to stay in the local island, to choose the guest house, because it will be cheaper, of course. And in terms of excursions also will be cheaper. So it won't be like at the resort, because resort is also looking for their quality, you know, so something very nice, fancy. If we are talking about excursion, it's like a cruise sunset with champagne or something. Here will be more simple. But again, if you just want to go for some diving or some snorkeling or whale shark swimming or manta, just need to be sure that this guest house provides this excursion, and then you can go and you can enjoy. So all your vacation, you can plan different excursion, you can go and you can come just to have some sun bath, and then having dinner, and that's it. So if it's fine for you, it will be fine. Just need to explain to the guest once they book, because if we are like, we are honeymooners, we want to have a nice vacation and so on, so guest house might be not the good option, and they will be a little bit disappointed. Yes.
Excuse me, we'll have to push you back a little. Here we have the question. During the gala dinner, do they have any activities, or it is just a dinner? Yeah.
No. Every resort, they actually do their program. So it depends on resort, of course. If it's like a 5-star or 5-star premium, 5-star deluxe, and so on, the program will be more qualified. So if you are talking about like a 5-star basic, they will do like this Christmas tree and everything, and singers and some entertainment, of course. So it will be definitely not only dinner, it will be some program. And this program might be several days also. So it can be like 1st of January, 2nd January, and so on. So a couple of days, there will be some activities. If we are talking about more premium segment or luxury segment, it will be, of course, and fireworks and whatever. So it will be much more entertainment, much more, maybe some even celebrities will be seen in or something. It's also possible. It just depends on the star of resort, I would say. But if we are talking about guest houses again, which we are talking now, they don't have the specific program. So normally they just offer some dinner, or you can also choose and you can celebrate New Year in some restaurant, whatever, because in guest houses in local island, you are like free. So you can do whatever you want. Normally they do not offer, and they have different packages, even bed and breakfast like BB or half board. So it doesn't matter. For resort, yes, because for resort, there is no other place to celebrate New Year. So, yes. Is there any other question?
That's all for now. Thank you.
Okay. So let's now talk about hotel resort. So it's what I'm saying. Once we are talking about guest house, and another one, it's resort. So what means resort? Normally, resort is one island, one hotel. Now it's a little bit changes. Sometimes it can be even 2 islands, because now the hotels also expanding. They might be 2 islands, but it still will be one hotel. It's what we are actually meaning once we are talking about the Maldives. So it's this kind of resorts which we saw on the videos with nice beaches, with nice area, and so on. So this is what we are saying once we are saying resort. In resort, you have, of course, privacy. So normally the resort have their own villas. You live in beach villa, garden villa. It's separate building. So some resorts, they have block. It can be block of rooms, but it's not more than two-story building. And normally it's like a small for like 4 rooms, I would say, like 2 upper and 2 down. It's very, very few hotels have such kind of things, like 5 or 6 hotels, but most of them, most of the other hotels just having different villas. 100 villa can be 60 villas, can be, of course, and 200 and 300 as well. So it depends on the size of the island. But again, these villas will be separate. So it's what we are talking when we are meaning like privacy and so on. So it will be your own villa. And what I like also when hoteliers, when you come to the Maldives and they show you the villa and they start to tell like, oh, this is our small villa, the smallest villa in our island. It's just only 70 square meters. So I'm always laughing because, you know, like 70 square meters for us, it's quite a big size. So for them, it's still very small. Also beach. So here, this is like your private beach, and most of resort, they also have like 660-degree beach when you can walk around, just around the island, and you can choose whatever you want. Of course, if you have a beach villa, you have a beach in front of your villa, and you will have sunbeds, and you can lay there, and you can spend your time there. But normally at resort they also have like a swimming pool area, very nice one, with some beach clubs or whatever, some bars. They have a nice beach and nice lagoon probably around, normally like around this swimming pool area. And they might be also like sandbanks or something else. That's why you are free to walk, and you can of course swim from every place you like. Nobody will tell you anything. Just not take another sunbeds of another guest. But if you just put your clothes at the sand and you will swim, nobody will tell you anything. So you are just free. You are like the one in the island, I would say. And there is really like this when you come to the resorts. So even if it's like a big resort, sometimes you don't see the people and you are asking like, where is these people? You see them only in the breakfast or at dinner. Because normally, like when you're swimming, you are like alone or 3 people in the ocean just swim. And for example, in the beach club or swimming pool area, also you see like some people, and you think like, oh, probably hotel is empty or something, like the occupancy is very low. But no, at the dinner you will see them all, and you will be surprised like, where is these people during the day? That's why I like really like the concept of resort, because you really feel yourself. Like it's your own resort, it's your own island, and only you are here. And especially it's very nice for the couples, especially it's very nice for the families who is coming and want to spend this time just with them. And regarding alcohol, you will have alcohol in the resort. There is no any issues. There is most of resorts even have like all-inclusive concept, and they include really nice wine menu and so on. So you will have a lot of options. You will have like cocktails, mocktails, wine, sparkling wine, some spirits, and so on. So some of them include in the mini bar, some of them not included, but it depends on the resort and different concept. But anyway, you will be able to find it. If you don't have all inclusive, you might buy this. But regarding buying or something, if you are choosing between, you know, like full board and all inclusive, I would say, and if you plan to drink something, or if you have a family with kids, and kids always want something like soft juices or whatever, so better would really buy all inclusive concept and don't think about anything, because if we are talking about alcohol, it's very expensive in the Maldives, because it's everything buying from abroad. And basically one bottle of wine, I would say, start from $70-80 per bottle. So if you are talking about like one glass or something, it will be $20. If you are talking about cocktail, normally like $20-25. So you have to understand how much money you will spend if you plan to like drink or not drink or whatever. So if you are planning, better again to choose all-inclusive concept. And most of resorts really give affordable rates and nice concept, which include not only like alcohol or not alcohol, but they also include some excursions. They also might include some other options like snorkeling and so on. So once you are buying all-inclusive, you're not only buying alcohol, but you also can buy some experience, extra experience, which will be included in the package, and you will not spend money on this as well. And regarding service and excursion, of course, when we are talking about resort, the service will be higher, because when we are saying guest house, this is very simple. This is just the administrator, I would say, at reception, and that's it. So there is not something like special. There is no butler service, of course, or something. But when we are talking at resort, depends on star of resorts. From the basic one, still they will be taken care about you, and you will call like at reception, you can ask something, they will bring you, and they have more options. But if we are talking about some deluxe properties or higher category hotels, they will have like specific butler service, of course, and this butler can be private, can be for several villas, like 2, 3, 4, 5 villas as well. And they will be taken care about you. So you can ask them, for example, to make an appointment in spa, to book for you some restaurant or something, any problem you have, you can ask them and they will fix it.
Excuse me, Irina.
Yes.
We have here one question regarding alcohol. Alcohol is limited for per adult, even if you have all-inclusive service or not?
No, it's not limited. Sometimes it's limited by hours, but it depends on the resort, because some resorts, for example, stopped serving alcohol at 12 o'clock at midnight. And start, for example, at 10 o'clock morning time. So it might be also by this limited by hours, and after that it will be either closed or they will serve it for money, so for charge. But overall, no, it's not limited. Some resorts might be signed like it will be served only by glass. So you will like drink one glass and then you can order one more time. They will bring you another glass or something like this. It also can be written in the policy, but you are not limited. So you can drink how much you can. If no question, then I can move on.
Noted. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. So the next subject is actually a very important one. It seems like very simple, but to be honest, it can be very problematical part. This is a transfer part. Normally in the Maldives there is 3 types of transfer. This is seaplane, domestic plus speedboat, and speedboat. There is also cars, but it's only when we are talking about Mali Airport or Hulu Mali Airport, then they can drop you by car. The rest is not possible. So the rest is only free, this free type of transfer. So let's start from the first. First is seaplane. Seaplane, as you can see, this is like small plane, which is of course taken from the sea, from the ocean, and it's also normally landed to the jetty or floating platform. Normally seaplanes is flying only in the daytime, so it's like from 6 o'clock morning till 4 o'clock daytime. But it can be also like 5 as well, but very, very rare. And you can see like the seaplane at 5 o'clock. It also depends. Sometimes at resort, let's take back a little bit. When you come to the resort, the time can be same as in Mali, for example, or can be 1 hour ahead. So it will be like plus 1 hour than in Mali. And it's doing for seeing the nice sunset when you go into the dinner, because normally the sunset starts in the Maldives like 5:45, and that time people normally is still swimming or getting ready for dinner or something, so guests might miss this sunset. And some resorts make this point and they start to do like 1 hour ahead, so you will have more longer day, and then you will see the sunset at 6:45, I would say. And this is also happens. So, for example, you are at the resort and you see the seaplane which comes at 5 o'clock evening time, or 5:30, for example. But it's actually 4:30 if we are taking Mali time. That's why we're saying like normally they fly from 6 up to 4. And some resorts even like do it 3:30. This is the last. And this is actually the main thing when we are saying about flights and so on. So this is not a fixed schedule. So they have like quite soft, I would say, schedule. So it depends on the guests, number of guests. And this seaplane have maximum like 15 packs inside of there. 15 people can be in this plane, including luggage and so on. So sometimes even some seaplanes have a 9 maximum, 9 seats. So they're really like very, very small. And normally they can be like direct flights, or they can make like one stop as well. So it depends how many guests they have. If it's like same resort, for example, if we are talking like San Siam resort, it's probably will be a direct flight, because there is a lot of guests who is coming on the same flight to San Siam, like Siam World, let's say. Siam World is huge resort. And of course, if guests come in, they can be like 40, 50, 60 people from one plane. They come into Siam World only. Of course, it will be, you know, several like 3, 4 seaplanes only to Siam World, and they will be directly to this hotel. But if we are talking like about some different hotel, it can be sometimes free resorts as well. So it can be guests from 3 different resorts who is flying in the same direction, I would say. So they can do like one stop. For example, you are flying, let's say, to Emerald Farufusha. You can make a stop at Intercontinental, or you can make a stop at Digali or Heritans in Raatol, and then you will make a stop, let's say, at Emerald Maldives, and then you will come to Emerald Farufusha. It's possible, yes. So it will be like third stop, but normally it's only like one stop, I would say, like from all our practice. I'm saying this because sometimes guests also make complaints, you know, like it was long flight or something like this. It might be, it's not fixed. You cannot fix it somehow. It's just depends on the logistic, and depends how many guests arrive today. So these transport airlines, transport company, they do by themselves. So they do this planning logistic, and they try to send the clients. Sometimes it even helps. For example, I can tell you, like you are coming at 10 o'clock morning time, and you was put to the seaplane at 2 o'clock, because there is no other seaplane. And then suddenly, in the evening time, there is also some other bookings, last minute bookings, which is coming to the resort, which is close to you as well. And they put time like 12:30 or something. So they can also transfer you to this 12:30, but with one stop. So you will come a little bit earlier. That's why sometimes it can be as well for the guests when they come like with one stop, but they don't know what was behind that. So because resort also trying to find the best way, best solution, not to keep waiting for the guests a long time in the airport. And regarding seaplane, you will never be possible to tell them the schedule. So even no need to send the request like, oh, can you give me the schedule for our guest in seaplane? They're coming like 10 of November. Nobody will tell you, because this schedule is making actually the day before and in the evening time. So I would say that they fix the schedule at 7, 8 o'clock evening time for tomorrow flight. Because again, these kind of things might happen. A lot of last minute bookings might happen, something will change, and the resort, they're looking for the best connection, for the best timing for the guests, not to keep them waiting for a long time. So this is kind of the quickest, I would say, transfer, because it normally takes like 20 minutes and can be, of course, up to 1 hour, and can be more. It depends on the distance of the resort. But in terms of any transfer, will be the quickest way. The next will be domestic. And not every resort have alternative option, let's say, because this is kind of alternative option. Sometimes resort have like seaplane or domestic. Domestic, of course, it goes combinable with speedboat. So there is no like only domestic. I mean, there is actually, but it's only for like, two resorts, Mercure and the Furu. So this is two resorts, which is actually coming to the island, and then they go by car. So by car, by small bus, I would say minivan, they go into the resort directly. But with rest combination, it will be a domestic, which is coming to the domestic airport, and then you will be taken by speedboat to the different hotels as well. Domestic will be a little bit comfortable than seaplane, I would say, because it's more stable. This is not so small. It's still like approximately 80 seats. And this is like two one side and two in another side. And it's air conditioned and so on. So, but it might take a little bit longer time than seaplane, for example. So because you are waiting, it's like official domestic airlines. There is a fixed schedule. So you are waiting for the check-in process and boarding and so on. So then you fly to this airport, landed, then you waiting for the luggage. So this is a little bit longer than we are talking about seaplane. And of course, seaplane landed to the hotel directly, I would say, but domestic landed to the airport. And also what I wanted to tell regarding weather. So this is something that you need also to remember, because this is transfer, it's very sensitive to weather conditions. In case if there is a very bad weather, like storm, heavy rain, and so on, not domestic, not seaplane, they will not fly. Seaplane first, they will not fly, definitely, because seaplane, you see them, it's very small plane. So of course it will be first who will not fly. Domestic depends from time to time. So it depends on how bad it is. Because this is more stable, it still might have chance to fly. But due to security reason, they might be stopped. And what it means, so for example, if your guests come to Mali, they might be not be able to come to the resort. So they will be still waiting for a moment. Then it will be like a final decision by transport company. They would say, like, for example, no, for today, there will be no transfer, because they check in the weather conditions. They check in like on every minute how it's changed, depends on the hour. So they see, for example, at 2 o'clock, it might be more or less okay. Let's try at 2 o'clock. So the guests will wait until 2 o'clock, and at 2 o'clock they see that no, there is nothing, no changes. The weather is still very bad. We will not fly. And they saying like, okay, we cancel flight. So your flight will be changed on tomorrow, and you need to stay one night in Mali or Hulu Mali, somewhere close to. What it means? It means that guests have to buy by their own cost their stay in Mali or Hulu Mali. So this is force majeure in Maldives. This is not covered by transport company or by hotel or whatever. Sometimes hotel can do some kind of compensation if they want, but we cannot request them on compulsory base, because in every contract it's mentioned that this is force majeure situation and we are not covering. So if you're not coming, this is like one night, no show. There is no refund. And they actually can also request like a supplement for the new transfer as well, but it's normally also managed by resort and they do not ask. But for one night refund, they do not. So it really depends on the resort and discuss with resort, but I cannot tell you that we guarantee all resorts is very flexible. No, unfortunately, no. And sometimes it can be like it's 400. We had a case last year, then it was 400 bucks, which was standing in the airport and waiting for the nice weather, and nice weather didn't happen during that day. So these 400 bucks, we were also trying to accommodate somewhere in Mali, because Mali, it's also Mali and Hulu Mali, it's very small, and very small resorts, small hotels having there. So it's also, you know, very tricky issue to accommodate all guests. But yes, unfortunately, so it's happened, like it was a very bad weather. And the same might happen when the guests come back from the resort. So there might be an issue with the weather, and seaplane, for example, will not fly, and guests will stay for a while at resort, and then later on they will tell them, okay, for example, you can fly at 3 o'clock daytime, but your plane is already taken off. So you're already not coming, you are not able to take this plane. It means, like your international plane, it means so you have to buy new tickets. If you have such insurance, then later on, yes, you can provide all documents, because this transport company will provide you that due to weather conditions, as mentioned, like a force majeure situation in the Maldives, these guests were not able to take their flights, blah, 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 something like this. So it will be guaranteed. We can provide this letter. We can provide also letter from our side, from the DMC. But the guests later on go to this insurance company and apply for compensation and whatever. So it's possible. It depends on the insurance which they have. But in terms of refunding from Maldives side, I'm just explaining. So this is something said, but it might happen. I would say that it's happening like every week or something. No, definitely no. But from time to time, it might happen. So once time per month, it might happen that weather will be very bad, and there will be some delays, or guests might stay in Mali and so on. So it might happen, really. And you have to be ready for that. And the next transfer, this is a speedboat. So speedboat is more flexible transfer, and it will be more easy for you to reach resort. But again, the speedboat transfer is only operating near Mali. So by near Mali, I mean like 15 minutes up to 60 minutes normally. There is, of course, resorts which is located like 2 hours and 50 minutes by speedboat as well, but it's very, very few, like less than five resorts which is located like this. Normally it's like very close, like 15-60 minutes. So they are not able to go to like long distance destination, long distance resorts. So as I for example said before, Emerald Maldives, so Emerald Farofusha, you are not able to go by speedboat. So by speedboat it's just nearby. And of course, this transfer is more flexible in terms of time. Only few resorts have the specific schedule for the guests. And normally, of course, it's located to the international flights, like main international flights connected. But most of the resorts, they do for the international flights of their guests. So it won't be like you're waiting for 5-6 hours or something like this. No, normally you come, you might wait for some other guest from your same flight, or the flight which is also landed, like you landed and 5 minutes ago landed another flight. So you might wait for this guest, and then you are all together going by speedboat to the resort. So it's more flexible, more easy. And again, if there is a bad weather, it also can be a little bit flexible from the side, because when the weather, for example, comes more or less okay, still not fine, but more or less okay, the seaplane and domestic especially, they need to get the permission to fly. They're not just okay, let's fly. No, because there is a lot of also planes and others, so there is a specific schedule. For the speedboat, it's more easy. So they see that okay, weather is more or less nice, let's go. So they just immediately take the guest and then they go. So for them it's more easy. But again, depends on the weather conditions, depends on the situation, and that's it. So do you have any questions regarding this?
Regarding the transfer prices, here we have the question: is domestic flights, domestic transfer cheaper than the seaplane?
Normally, yes, they're cheaper, but I wouldn't say that very cheap. So still there is like maybe $100 less. Sometimes it's even less. It can be $50 or something. But in some resorts, there is no option even like domestic. So there is maybe only one option like seaplane, and that's it. It's also possible.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And regarding some changes which happened to us in this year, So this is green tax changes, because last year it was a $6, and from this year it's already $12 per person. But infants was excluded, because before infant was also paying like this $6. Now all kids up to 2 years old, they do not pay anything. So only $12 start from 2 years old and more. And also it was increased on 1% in TGST tax. So it was before like 16%, now it's 17%. Where you see this TGST? Normally it's like plus it's service tax, and 1 plus it's TGST tax. Where you see this plus, normally you see in the menu. It can be spa menu. So you might see the rates like 100 plus, or you booking, for example, some dinner, beach dinner, romantic dinner, and so on, couple. It can be also like 250 plus. So this plus means that 250 plus service tax plus TGST tax. And it's not like 10 plus 17, like 27. No, it's actually one tax, 10%, and then from the whole amount it will be also 17%. But for easy calculation, I will tell you it will be 28.7. So almost like 30% tax. You also need to inform the guest, because sometimes it's included and it's already down, it's mentioned down on the menu that rates is included, or rates are subject of tax. So in case of subject of, means you have to make it plus. And it's really important, because sometimes, for example, you book the spa massage and it costs like 100, and you are 2 adults, and you expect to get like $200, but at the end you will get like almost 260, and guests became like very disappointed, like why the rate is 100, almost 120 or something, like $128.7, like why it's like this, because of this taxation. So it might be, and it's always mentioned in all menu. Everywhere you might see this plus, and it will be mentioned like it's included or not included. And of course, our big changes, it's new terminal, which was opened 26th of July. So it's how it looks like. And this terminal, it's terminal 1. So for any confusion, because most of the agencies, and we also we're thinking that terminal 1, it will be old, and terminal 2 will be new. But no, Maldives decided different. So terminal 1, this is a new terminal, and terminal 2, it's old, which we used before. Terminal 1, new, it's still, in the process of changes. So not all airlines is there, but they slowly started to come. And every day or every like 2 days, we got some updates that new air company shifted to this terminal. We also expect that, most of the international flights moved there, because of course it's much bigger. There is more space. There is more counters, like for check-in or passport as well, counters, baggage belts as well, because in previous terminal, in all terminal, this is still very, very limited. And we expect that soon all international flights will be moved there. For now, you can see here on the slide, this is the airlines which is already moved there. So these all airlines is from new terminal. If there is no other air company, that means that they still landed to the terminal 2, so the old one. And we are making updates, and we are still focusing on these updates from our team, airport team. And of course, we update all our partners that some other airlines added, for example. And regarding hotels, so I would say that in 2025 there is some hotels which is already opened, or there is already announced opening till the end of the year. So for example, you can see like JW Marriott Carrefour Atoll. This is a speedboat hotel, which is deluxe level. They were opened actually in January this year. So this is something new. Santara Grand Lagoon, they also opened in April. This is a second resort. They are both combined with Santara Mirage. Santara Mirage, it's 4-star. It was opened November last year, and Santara Grand Lagoon, it's more deluxe property. So this is like 2 islands connected by bridge. but they are different stars, like 4-star and 5-star. So Sentara Grand Lagoon, this is a 5-star. It was opened in April. Anania Madivaru Maldives, it was also opened in summertime, but it was also in the process until November. They are fixing some like tennis court and some other things, but very, very small one. So they are already about to finish all things. Barcelona Sadura Mali, this is the city hotel. So this is hotel which is used for mostly for airlines, or in case the guests needed to stay like one night. This is very nice, very big hotel just in front of the airport. So it's just by car, by taxi, or by ferry. You easy to reach Barcelona Sadura. And Dusit D2 Feidu Maldives. This is new hotel as well, 5-star basic hotel, which is also reachable by speedboat. Something new, easy, and also very nice, like 5-star standard hotel, I would say. That is like entry-level 5-star, I would say. And soon we will have 3 more resorts, which will be open till the end of the year. So Mia Fushi Maldives, it's actually already opened, like soft opening from November, but official opening will be in January, like full opening, because they also have like 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, which is still under construction. Like all work is done, but just some decoration inside of the rooms. So 2-3 bedrooms will be still under process until January. But most of the property, and there is like they have underwater restaurant. So underwater restaurant will be also open in January. So some other like specific things will be opened officially in January. But most of the items, most of the infrastructure is already done. Nala Maldives, this is ex-Inahura Maldives resort. It will be opened in December. And here, this is ultra premium resort, just several villas as a part of Finolu, Seaside Finolu. It will be also opened in December. So we are waiting for the updates. We are waiting for the opening. It's always nice when resort is open, because new resorts, they bring like more attention to the Maldives overall. And in 2026, for now, what will be opened like very, very soon as well, it's Ra Gili, the new resort, new chain, 6 and 6 chain hotel. It will be open in February. And Villa Heaven, this is part of Villa Resorts. It will be opened also soon, like in April, probably in April, it will be open. So before it was another resort, like a long time ago, but they doing full reconstruction, full renovation, absolutely new rooms and so on. So it will be also open very, very soon. And we have here our Telegram channel. So I would highly recommend you to follow Telegram channel, because this is news, like all news which we have, again, about terminal or about new resorts or about something, because every resort has their own channel, Telegram channel. We understand that this is a lot of information, and they public like we have a turtle here, we have something else. We do not publish this kind of information. We normally put like very basic, very important one, or if there is any restrictions in the Maldives, or if there is any law, or if there is some new resort. So we publish this kind of information, and it might be useful for you. That's all. If you have any questions, please ask.
Here we have right now the agency on the line that is currently booking the Hotel Pullman Maldives Mauta. So we would like to take the chance to hear your personal opinion about the hotel. We've already seen the general reviews, but from your point of view, could you please?
Pullman is very nice hotel. So they are like in terms of service, in terms of food, in terms of villas, normally the guests really like the resort. There is only one thing which might be a concern. It's a beach, because they do have some issues with the beach, and need to check and need to choose the specific location and villas. I will also need to check, because I don't remember exactly. But this is only one part. So they have like kind of seagrass and something like this. It's possible to have on this hotel, but the rest is really fine. And what we have regarding the feedbacks from the agencies as well and from the guests, normally everybody is really happy with resort.
Thank you. They're planning to take ocean pool villa, so I think it can go.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I do not see any other questions for now. We'll keep this translation. So if there is any other question later, there will be. So we will forward it to you, right?
Yes, sure.
I think that's all for now. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you. Thank you
It
so
was
much.
really interesting. Thank you, Rina. ძვირფასო კოლეგებო, ძალიან დიდი მადლობა დაინტერესებისთვის. თუ რაიმე დამატებითი კითხვა გაქვთ, გთხოვთ არ მოგერიდოთ და შეგვეხმიანეთ, როგორც კი რაიმე მოთხოვნა გაგიჩნდებათ, რომელსაც ჩვენი მხრიდან დამატებითი საფორთი დაჭირდება, როგორც კი ვთქვათ, შიდა გადაადგილებაზე, ტრანსფერზე, ასეთ საკითხებზე გექნებათ დამაზუსტებელი შეკითხვები, ან ზოგადად სასტუმროს ირგვლივ გექნებათ რაღაც ისეთი სპეციფიური ინტერესი, გთხოვთ არ მოგერიდოთ ჩვენი თანამშრომლები, სალომე, ელენე, ნანა და მეც. ხაზზე ვართ ნებისმიერ დროს. ძალიან დიდი მადლობა და შევხვდებით შემდეგ ვებინარზე. დროებით.